it's Destiny, and Honkai Star Rail just revealed the third character of version 4.2, so we're going to be going over this today. And I'd love to know if you are excited for the new Silver Wolf for Evanescia in 4.2 as well. And if you would like to see some more Star Rail content, consider subscribing to the channel, leave a like to support today's video, and real quick before we get into today's video, I wanted to show you all a way to get cheaper Oneric shards, and I also wanted to say a huge thanks to Aniba for sponsoring today's video. Aniba is a website where you can purchase Oneric shards at a discount, and all you have to do is provide your Star Rail UID, select the pack that you would like to purchase, and well, bam, within a few minutes, you will receive the Oneric shards within your account, and now you'll be able to pull for your favorite characters at a discount. You can also use Aniba for other games as well, such as Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero, and so on. Aniba also has 10% cash back for your purchases. All you have to do is, after your purchase, go to your orders, claim your cash back, and now you can use your cash back on anything on Aniba's website. And if you would like, you can even get more Oneric shards by doing this. For those interested, you can check out Aniba using my link in the description, and now let's carry on with today's video. As for the third new character of version 4.2, this will be none other than Elation Trailblazer. It's nice to see us getting our new Trailblazer very soon, and since they are the Elation path, now let's actually discuss what this might mean for Elation teams. So in version 4.2, which is going to be the anniversary patch, we are confirmed for Evanescia and the new Silver Wolf, and there are speculations that these two will be their own DPS, so you can have a Silver Wolf team and you can also have an Evanescia team. Now, if this ends up being the case, when it comes to team building, we only really have Sparxie and Yao Guang at the moment, but if we also get Elation Trailblazer, and let's say that they are in Elation Buffer as well, or just a supportive character of some sort, then what you could end up doing is having potentially maybe Yao Guang on one team and then having Elation Trailblazer on the other team, or maybe an alternative option is, let's say in the case of whoever you put with Sparxie, you could end up doing that damage dealer Sparxie and maybe keeping Sparkle there, or once again having Yao Guang or Elation Trailblazer on opposite teams. We're not 100% sure how the team building is fully going to go. We'll likely know more information pretty soon regarding that, but since we are getting Elation Trailblazer in 4.2 alongside Silver Wolf and Evanescia, this will just be very useful for the team building in general. It does make me wonder if maybe they'll be a bit more universal like Remembrance Trailblazer, or if they'll be a bit more niche like Harmony Trailblazer, where Harmony Trailblazer is primarily for the Super Break playstyle, while Remembrance Trailblazer can be used with plenty of damage dealers from the buffs that they provide, being pretty useful for a lot of characters in the game. So it does make me wonder if Elation Trailblazer is going to go the path of Harmony Trailblazer, or similar to Remembrance Trailblazer, where they are more universal or primarily for the Elation path. If I had to take a guess, I'm personally thinking they're likely going to be more for the Elation path, but we'll just have to wait and see regarding that. And of course, as we get closer to the release of Elation Trailblazer, or either just 4.2 in general, I will be doing full coverage of this and giving you all my thoughts on them. This is a little bit tough though, since now that we have Elation Trailblazer coming, for those that are building their Elation teams, it's really tough since we have Harmony Trailblazer, who is really nice for the Super Break playstyle. We have Remembrance Trailblazer, who is great with numerous damage dealers in the game. And now we're also going to have Elation Trailblazer. And if they keep up the trend of the Trailblazer being a very nice free-to-play option, I have no doubt that Elation Trailblazer will also be a very nice option to consider using, similar to Harmony Trailblazer and similar to Remembrance Trailblazer. You'll essentially have to pick which Trailblazer you want to use, as you can only use one Trailblazer path at a time for your teams, and in modes like Memory of Chaos, Pure Fiction, or APOC, you're only going to be using Trailblazer on one of your teams. In the case of Anomaly Arbitration, now you have 3 teams you need to use, and Trailblazer is only going to be on one of them. I'd love to know if you're personally hoping that Elation Trailblazer is going to be a more universal character, or if they're going to be specifically for the Elation playstyle, since if they are more specified for the Elation playstyle, then if you don't plan to pull Elation characters or build build out that team, then you can likely just stick with Remembrance Trailblazer, for example. So we'll have to wait and see regarding that, but I thought I'd also go over some polling advice now that we know the characters of 4.2, and of course if there's any new free characters for 4.2 or even potentially Nova Flares, I will go over those in a separate video as well. But when it comes to general polling advice, I have mentioned this in my previous videos, but I thought I'd also add on a little bit as well. So if you are currently building your Elation team, let's say you pulled Yao Guang or you pulled Sparxie, and you are trying to build an Elation team and you just saw the Silver Wolf reveal, Evanescia reveal, they're coming in version 4.2, I would actually recommend considering to skip version 4.1. 4.1 is only going to be 4 weeks long, so it's essentially only a month-long patch, and throughout that patch we will have Ashveil, and I'm assuming some reruns as well. We'll have to wait and see regarding the reruns, but we'll primarily have Ashveil in that patch, who is a Lightning Hunt character. In the case of Ashveil, his playstyle does not revolve around the Elation playstyle, so because of that, if you are trying to build out your Elation team, especially with how many Elation characters are coming back to back, I would actually recommend waiting for version 4.2 rather than pulling in version 4.1, especially since because version 4.1 is a shorter patch. Let's say you did pull Ashveil and now you only have about 3 weeks until 4.2, you won't have as much time to gather more pulls in preparation for 4.2. Now there is something to note regarding that. Now the good thing though about version 4.2 is that we'll likely get a bit more pulls as it will be an anniversary patch, and for those that do spend, likely we will have a top-up reset that patch as well. So keeping that in mind, if you feel like you are able to get all of these characters, then that could be a different story. But for those that are free to play or low spenders and you already have a limited amount of pulls, or you already did pull Yao Guang or Sparxie, then I would actually recommend considering to skip 4.1, wait for 4.2, and look at those anniversary characters being Silver Wolf and Evanescia, as Elation will more than likely become one of the strongest teams, especially with how Endgame is going to cater to them when it comes to the buffs and the bosses. So that is also something to keep in mind, with 3.x for example having Castris, and the premium Castris team is currently one of the strongest teams in the game. So I wouldn't be surprised if Elation ends up taking this path as well, where with the premium Elation team, it'll also become one of the strongest teams you can consider using. Now of course I will do more coverage on the team and also what options you have when it comes to team members. For a character like Sparxie though, to maximize her kit, she actually does want 3 or more Elation characters, as she will be able to get more thrill and more punchline by having 3 or more Elation characters on the team. So to take advantage of additional benefits in her kit, you would want numerous Elation characters, and it is also very likely that most of the premium Elation teams will likely have 3 or more Elation characters, due to them being able to take advantage of Aha Instant, their Elation skills, benefiting from having more punchline, and so on. And for those that are actually unsure about version 4.1, so maybe you are a bit interested in Ashveil, you might want to consider pulling him. If he does end up being the entire patch duration, then what I would actually recommend doing is, if you're on the fence between version 4.1 and 4.2, I would recommend waiting until the 4.2 livestream for official kit details, and then also the creator experience showcases showing off Silver Wolf and also being able to discuss Evanescia as well. For those that are unaware of the banners, it will more than likely be Silver Wolf first and then Evanescia second half of version 4.2, as they usually show the characters in order of when they are coming out. So I did want to note that as well. If you are on the fence, I would highly recommend waiting until more near the second half of version 4.1 so you can see that 4.2 live stream and see which characters interest you the most. But overall, I am very excited for 4.2. I'm also pretty excited for 4.1 as well. I will be doing some Ashveil videos coming up very soon, so for those that are interested in Ashveil, do stay tuned for that. And then as we get closer to 4.2, I will be doing a lot of videos for the new Silver Wolf, doing videos on Evanescia, and then also if there are any Nova Flares or new free characters, whatever it may be, as I do expect us to get quite a lot of things for version 4.2. Once again, as this is the anniversary, I will be sure to cover that as well. But that'll be all for today's video. Let me know if you are excited. What do you think of Elation Trailblazer, and do you wish that they are more universal, or would you prefer them to be a bit more niche like Harmony Trailblazer? And if you would like to see some more Sorrel content from me, consider subscribing to the channel, leave a like to support today's video, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace.